Welcome to Black Love Matters, with a service therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
or finding our inner Brock and Michelle,
or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or this episode, we're going to go with Don Cheadle and his wife, Bridget I think it's Coulter. First of all, they got 2 babies. They've been together for about 10, 15 years. Mm-hmm. And you know what made me think of Don Cheadle is I seen him on the new Desus and Meryl show on Showtime. Shout out to the Bodega Boys. They took some time to grow on me, but now they on me like mold and I can't get rid of them.
Oh.
And when I seen Don Cheadle, I was like, he's just a Negro's type of Negro.
He is.
It's just something about Don Cheadle, and especially him playing, what's it, in that Black Monday? Because I know he's acting, right? I know he's an actor, right? I know there's a handful of actors who are actors, and they are like masters of their craft. So I know he's acting, but the way that he just plays Negroes sometimes, he's been there before. He's seen it, and he's experienced it, and he's lived it. And I don't know, I just like him. If it's one of those stars that I could pick to like have lunch or dinner with, or you like pick couples or somebody to hang out with, Don Cheadle will be on my list to hang out with.
Yeah, especially since that nigga played basketball with Barack Obama. And he was talking about foul that nigga. Did? Yeah. You remember when they was having that conversation?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he said, we playing, and we ain't about to lose. And
he's like, somebody was checking him soft and shit.
Shit, he already won. He the president.
Right.
He don't need no layups. He don't need no lobs.
He was like, don't let the president lay up on you. Foul that nigga.
He don't need no lobs. He already won the presidency.
Foul him.
He need to know what challenge is.
Right.
I don't know. I just something about him. And then I was saying near him, I was like, wait, is Don married? And Near was like, yeah. I was like, oh Lord. I was scared to search him. Again, y'all know Nyambi don't got no problem with interracial marriage. Love who you gonna love. But something just in my soul was like, come on, Don. I was just rooting for the Black Magical Girls in this one. He's one I definitely could have on our team. That we would be proud to have on our team. Not that we don't like none of you niggas, but you know how I be. What? I'm just saying.
I have no answer.
I'm just saying, in the age of the Tristan Thompsons, y'all can have them. The blacks aren't interested. The black women aren't interested in having him back. Y'all keep him. Good luck, sis.
That nigga is a Kardashian. Tristan Kardashian.
Child, not after he about to fuck up his money flow. Unless, Queen Kris Kardashian had, no, she's Jenner. I'm sorry. Queen Kris, or is she a Kardashian? I don't know. Queen Jenner. Kris, whatever. Had this all set up. Low-key, high-key, though. I be looking at Kris Jenner, a.k.a. Kardashian. I'm not sure which one she go by. She a boss. I can't hate on Kris Jenner, right? Like, Joe Jackson, Ike Turner, that shit, right? Because I feel like when men do it, right? Well, I guess later in their life, they're looked at crazy. But when they're in the midst of doing it, they're looked at this high level of being a boss, right? And I feel like people don't give Kris Jenner her props.
No, niggas always looked at Joe Jackson and Ike Turner as the abusive motherfuckers that they are.
They are very abusive. I was having a conversation with Niram this weekend. They'd be like, what is that archetype of black man? And Niram was like, what? I was like, the Joe Jacksons and like the Ike Turners, right? Very, very either creative or business savvy, but just their emotional intelligence, people skills, it's just all fucked up. Mm-hmm. Like, how did they go so far with like that fucked up of people skills? Like, how do you go that far in business and treat people like that?
Because you got to be that crazy to get shit going. You got to be that crazy to take the Jacksons and be like, all right, this is going to be Jackson 5.
Yeah, this is what you're going to do.
Right.
Get your ass up out of bed and carry these cement blocks back and forth.
Right.
Y'all, I just watched the Jacksons, An American Dream this weekend. We'll get into it. Why? Because I know that Michael Jackson documentary came out. As of now, I have not watched it, but I have a feeling that my Jackson viewing is going to have to go on a hiatus for a while, at least while I conduct research. I don't think the research is going to take a while, but I figured that I might as well go ahead and get that out of my system.
So you was like, let me go ahead and get it out the way now.
Let me go ahead and get out the way.
Nyambi ass is over here playing all type of Michael Jackson playlists.
Just to get it out my way. Just to get it out my system. Just in case he got to be canceled.
And I'm like, why are you playing all this shit? Because the documentary came out today and I might have to cancel it. So let me go ahead and enjoy it.
And it's not just off the documentary, right? The documentary just might give me enough data to say, oh, you got to dig deeper into this Nyambi and really figure out where you stand. Mm-hmm. Compared to, right, because when he was acquitted, I mean, we're going to talk about this later in the podcast, in what, 2004 or something like that?
I don't know.
It was in the early 2000s. He not only was acquitted, but like the young men who were abused or allegedly abused, however you want to say it, said that they weren't. Mm-hmm. Like that's what threw a wrench in everybody. Like, and everyone's playing. Like, oh wait, y'all weren't
right. He ain't touch y'all
at all, right? So I think that's why Mike kind of got a clean slate for me. I mean, it never sat well with me that these young kids is playing up over his house while the parents allow my kids couldn't go play with Michael Jackson. But if these kids had out their mouth that weren't abused, right, and he was acquitted, right, so we have to move on from that. But now we done got no data. I haven't seen it yet, and I just had a feeling it wasn't gonna be good. Stay tuned. We'll probably talk about that Wednesday, but yeah.
Okay.
Don Cheadle, a nigga's nigga.
He is.
Who is you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 227, y'all.
Hey, happy Monday, and we missed y'all.
How y'all doing?
Yeah.
How y'all been? It's been a long couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. You know, so go ahead and resolve that. Once you leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on all forms of social media. Black Love Matters.
Yeah.
That's Black When Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with you, baby?
I'll let Niram go over our escapades in Detroit and the thoroughness of Black grieving and all that is. But stuff that's going on with me, the first thing I would say is, y'all know I'm seeing a therapist. I don't know if I updated y'all on this. It's a Black woman, and she's good. She's definitely more namaste than I'm used to. At first, I didn't know what to do because when she first talked to me, she was talking so quietly that but her quietness actually changed my energy. Yeah. So you see how I'm talking now? She'll be like, hello, Nyambi. I'm so happy that you're here today. Please have a seat. And I'm like, oh, okay. like she made me calm my energy or my tone down. And almost from that point, I almost told her, like, this is not going to work. Was that bad? But I got it together and I hung in there, and she's really good though. I really like her. She's definitely different than my previous therapist, right? My therapist was we were a little bit more taught therapy. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say that my therapist can't connect to what I'm going through, but because she absolutely does, and she validates and affirms me numerous times. So it's not that. But my previous therapist was like, I feel like she could have been like, yeah, me too, sis. They did that to me 3 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a different level. I think it was just a different level of connection I had compared to this other therapist where, although I know she with me, but it's like, but have you ever, like, I almost like, girl, have you ever experienced, it doesn't matter, right? If she's a therapist, she doesn't have to experience something. She can empathize without actually going through it. Right. And I have no doubt that she empathizes with me. But it's just a different level when you be like, so you did it. So if you went through it too, have the colonizers did you wrong? Have niggas cut crazy on you? Has family lost their fuck? Like, you know, I feel like it was just a little bit more clear with my previous therapist. Mm-hmm. But this one, she also gave me more work than my other therapist did.
You ain't been doing the homework.
I've been doing good except for this last week. And I called myself saying, because she told me, like, I didn't have to do it for 2 weeks straight, but she said she wanted me to at least do it for 50% of the time. And I've done it 0% of the time. And that's fine. I just have to live in my truth and go from there, right? My biggest thing my therapist has been telling me is that I really need to recalibrate my nervous system. This is not something me and my other therapist really thought about. We talked about more colonizers and they bullshit and like how we navigate through that and resources and tools and how to recognize triggers. But this therapist is like, your nervous system is off. Mm-hmm. And when she first said this is me. So now you're a neurologist, sis. Like, right? Because I'm touched by white hands. So you're gonna tell me what's off, right? Like, you ain't put one probe on me. But it's got to making sense. She was like, you know, if you're in this fight or flight sensation for so long, right? Your nervous system fatigues. Mm-hmm. Right. And you have to reset that. She said I had to really get from a place from always moving into reacting to getting into a place of relaxing and grieving. Mm-hmm. Like, that's her biggest thing for me. She wants me to relax more and she wants me to truly grieve things, because she told me her observations is that I don't grieve things as much as I should, and therefore I'm not as connected to my emotions as much as I should, which surprised me a little bit. Like, I thought I was very in tune with my motherfucking emotions.
You're not.
Really? Why you say that, Nero?
Well, as long as I know you, every time you cry, you go cry in the bathroom.
Yeah, but that's just how I do it. But it's not that I'm not in touch with them.
No, your emotions is like, it's either neutral, angry, or crying in the closet. And like, angry encompasses like disdain, irritated, pissed off, all that stuff, frustrated.
So
all that encapsulates angry, just not
So that took me off guard a little bit because I thought I was in touch with my emotions, but I guess not. She said she wanted me to get to the place of where I'm really feeling and processing my emotions. So one of my homework assignments was to figure out what helps me connect to my emotions. She said if that's journaling, if it's listening to a certain type of music, watching a movie, saying things out loud, looking at pictures, thinking about situations that had happened. She said she wants me to get to a place of where I'm feeling an emotion. She said she don't even care what emotion it is. She said it can be happy, sadness, anger, but she wants me to push myself to get to that point and express it. Whatever happens, happens. And then on the flip side of that, she then wanted me to start writing down things that brought me joy. Like that brought me through that, right? That's something that makes me happy, right? And move through that. So that was one part of the homework. And then based off that, she then wanted me to create a whole different calendar filled with nothing but things that I'm looking forward to. So she said it should be at least 3 things a week that I'm looking forward to. And of those 3, something should be related to my romantic relationship.
Oh, shit. You didn't do this homework.
Oh, did you say she looking out for me?
Yeah.
So that was supposed to be the assignment. She's like, I'm not saying these things have to cost money. They don't have to. But she says it should be at least 3 things a week that you look forward to.
Oh, no, you need to do this homework. Stop this podcast.
And it needs to be explicit, like on your calendar so you see. So it's like you're almost counting down to that. And then on top of that, she wanted me to journal daily about my emotions and what emotions I felt or didn't feel that day. And I've done what?
0.
I mean, I still got 24 hours.
You can't do 2 weeks work from 24 hours.
I'm not going to do 2 weeks. I'm going to do 24 hours worth of work.
You want to go on a journal?
What?
Journey?
With who?
Me.
Do you want to play too? I think you really would like her.
Yeah. Sign me up. She sounds like my type of therapist.
So she told me this. I almost looked at it like. So I'm going to have to go in there and tell her that ain't work out. And I'm going to try it again, though. It's a great idea, though. And I really want to do it.
We'll do it.
Yeah. And the other thing is work. White people gonna white. As I said, I love my job. This is my favorite job I've ever had. It's not hard. I'm even debating on sharing this because, I know I got other cubicle warriors out there that'd be like, Nayambi, please, girl. But I'm trying to just think about being strategic in this space. So when I'm thinking about this, I had actually one of my coworkers, and as y'all know, actually one of my direct reports who's junior than me, of course. And he's been in the organization just a super long time, and I've been encouraging him to look for different opportunities and to spread his wings, and he finally jumped into it, and the opportunity came to play, and I'm thinking it's going to be good to go, but my manager is going to do white, right? So if this person takes this opportunity, it's not a permanent away from the team, it's a temporary thing where he basically will go train under someone else or another team for a few months and then come back. Usually there's a 50-50 chance if they come back or not, because a lot of times the other team would absorb them as a new job. And I'm looking at like our team's, work and workload, and we should be good. But my manager is just like, nah, that ain't good for the team. We might be busy in November.
Uh-huh.
What? What month is this?
March.
And you told me we're going to be busy in November, so we about to stagnate this boy's process?
Yes.
Like, I don't know. It's just... And as you're speaking, hopefully I'm working through it already because I need to make a decision on Monday. So 1, I need to figure out how to tell him this. And 2, I need to figure out if I'm actually going to push back on my manager. But this is just the thing where even it's my manager, right? But the person above her said yes. So I get it, but I don't get it, right? This person don't put in their work. They've been in the org like 5 or 6 years. Like, they've done excellent. So why wouldn't we support them going to get development other areas? Like, it's just kind of against my managing philosophy a little bit, but I'm trying to figure out. And the good thing is this it's a white male, so he going to be okay in this world. But still, right? Injustice is injustice, period. Like, I don't play that. A lot of people think I'm racist against white people, and I'm not, or colonizers. I'm not. I'm just racist against racist colonizers. Oh. Be clear. Right? So I don't know what you think about that, Nero. Am I thinking too heavy about this?
It's something that has been weighing on you this whole past weekend, and I really don't know why, because it is a white man. But, I guess injustice is injustice, even if it's against a white man. But,
don't do that.
But, one of the things we just keep talking about is that, it's a power move, right? Like, the reason why she's doing it is because she has this goal of growing. And if y'all keep letting people go,
it's not. And the thing is, it's not even 100% that he won't come back.
But still, the the risk of him not coming back weighs on her
and we
more.
lose kind of that space if he doesn't come
Yeah,
back. So
weighs
we
on
don't
her-
get
yeah.
this replaced compared to if you leave and get a completely new job
Right.
altogether.
Like the risk of him not coming back weighs on her more than if he came back, just on the fact that it goes against what she's trying to do. And I know like that.
That's bullshit.
And it's conflicting because she's trying to grow this team of, grow her empire in this company, right?
Yeah.
And the way one of the ways to grow or like be bigger in a flat organization is to wrangle and gather as many people as you can.
Yeah.
And by letting this person go for this, for this whatever
Opportunity. I'm sorry, I was eating strawberry, honey.
Oh. Well, for letting them go for this opportunity does not fall in line of what she's trying to do. Because like I said, it's hard to grow in a flat organization.
I know. I just don't think losing one person is going to break us. Like, I think the thing is, I think we can accomplish her goal and still not sabotage this person. I shouldn't say sabotage. It's not the end of the world. But we don't have to grow our team at the detriment of someone else.
To you.
I don't think so.
To you. But to her, yes. And she doesn't care.
And then I play more broader into it. Like, how does that then play for team dynamics and team loyalty too? Right? We can't preach one thing of growth, professional development, and when you get the opportunity, be like psych for a stupid ass reason.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said,
because the thing, if we're going to claim a business case to say it's not enough, we have too much work for you to go away. But if the person who's doing the job physically can see that it's not that much work, that's bullshit. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. It'd be a lot easier for me to have this conversation or me to process, or even that other person to process. If it was like, yeah, I am busy. Right? That person's like, yeah, I am pretty swamped. If this person casually getting their work done, well, what you mean? Mm-hmm. So you anticipate some shit that's about to come up in 8 months? Maybe. But I don't know. It just doesn't seem sincere to me.
Yeah, and the thing is,
it's the best example of white women to me.
The thing is, it's not sincere because she's definitely playing to what she wants to do.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what she wants to do is grow. She wants to grow her position because by having as many people as possible under her, it's like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
By having as many people under you, it makes it seem like you're more powerful, right?
Yeah. And the thing is, I'm the one managing the people, right? She's doing more of the managing of the projects, but I'm managing the fucking people. So it's not even her who have to even deal with the blowback. No. That's me.
Well, that's the thing. That's what happens when you're under the rung of the pyramid scheme. You got more things to worry about because you trying to get, well, you're not really.
I'm really not. Like, this is the first time in my career I am not seeking power.
So
and before I absolutely was. But now I am not interested
You messing up the whole power dynamics because,
I don't want it.
They hiring people. They want to hire people that get more people in here so that everybody can float on up.
And this is me. You want to, what's your bliss? Right. Follow it. Mm-hmm. Be free.
Right.
That's not y'all.
Yo, here, what makes you happy?
Go do that.
Is there anything in this company you want to try?
Yeah.
Go try that.
We'll be okay.
Nayabi, you fucking up our numbers. No, don't worry about the numbers. No, ho. You're fucking up our numbers.
The thing is, I don't think I am, right? Because my expectation is always to my direct reports that they have to get their work done. Mm-hmm. And once your work is done, what do we have to do, right? Because I always, as a new, and this is not even my organization, any organization, when you have people who report to you, you should always stress this idea of domain expertise, right? Mm-hmm. So I always want my folks to be experts in their domain, but I want you to do it so good you can do it with one hand, do whatever your primary job is, and then you should have your other hand open to do all the other growth and professional development and other stuff you want to do, right? Mm-hmm. That's how good you should be at your job. That's the type of people I'm trying to groom on my team. But what I know, what my management philosophy mean, shit. So I'll let y'all know how that go later in the week, but it's really bothering me. And y'all know colonizers be crazy sometimes, honey. This young man done got a lot of no's, and half of the no's have really been kind of bullshit. Mm. But that's it. The only other thing I'm sure Niram gonna talk about a little bit. Y'all see Niram put that picture of Mabel up in the water when she looked crazy. Looked like she was escaping to freedom.
Mabel was having a rough time.
We sent Mabel to go be with our trainer. Y'all know old Uncle
Joe.
Uncle Joe. she went on his compound and they got a pool and they got everything. And that they sent us pictures daily of what she was doing. And that was a picture of her after she done got out the pool. Neum don't put her on the blast like that.
She was looking rough.
I told Uncle Joe, because he was telling me everything they had. I said, I don't know if Mabel can swim. She don't like the bath. So if I'm using that as a precursor for anything, that might be a strong nerve. No.
Well, her ass was in that pool.
She was in that pool swimming, honey.
Mm-hmm.
And that her hair's still a little nappy, honey. I gotta make sure I comb it out a little bit more. It's a little nappy on the edges.
I got an Afro pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. What?
Use that.
Yeah, I might have to.
You know, I got the pick with the metal teeth.
Where's that at?
In my carry-on bag.
Where you find it at?
My mama's house.
Oh my. Well, go ahead. That's all I got now. Go ahead.
So, we head on to Detroit.
We back. Oh my God, this is almost weird to be back.
It is.
I missed y'all though.
You gonna let me finish?
Oh.
Sure. So we headed on to Detroit to go bury my father.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely a interesting time, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in a day before Nyambi.
Mm-hmm. Couple days actually.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah, it's a couple days.
That was the day before.
Mm-hmm.
And the wake happened. So first, chilling with my mom and things of that sort. What is up with older people just being like hoarders?
What do you mean?
My mom got a lot of clothes, got a lot of shoes, got a lot of food. Like the apocalypse is coming.
I don't know.
She has food stacked up to the ceiling.
You said to the ceiling?
Yes.
Like what type of food?
Just dry goods.
And canned food.
Cereals, non-perishable. So think cereal, think canned goods, think bottles of water.
Yeah.
And everything else like that. Pasta, everything.
I mean, it's no wrong with having extra, but I think your mom, for just to be her.
And then like all of these clothes. She has a lot of clothes. Mm-hmm. And it's driving me nuts. So I'm in this house, I'm in this room. And the thing is, it's not even like my childhood room. So, I have no even feelings to this. But it's like, this is the first time, like, me being in this room that I felt like the walls was closing in on me.
Yeah.
Because it was just a lot of shit everywhere. And I'm like, Mom, we need to take care of this shit. She's like, well, I gave away 50 shoes. And it's like, well, you need to give her 50 more.
100.
And then, like, she also has, like, this jewelry. I call it costume jewelry. But she has all this costume jewelry. I don't know what's real, what's fake. It's all on her dresser. She got, like, this jewelry organizer on the back of her door. I don't know where you can find one of those at. And she has multiples of these. So it's like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
So we go to the wake. And
you said that threw you off when you got in the house. Do you feel like it's getting more and more every time you visit?
Yes. It's like more and more. It's like all my mom do is go to church and then go with the church ladies to
go shopping.
Her favorite store is to go shopping and buy shit.
And get food.
And get food.
Yeah.
Go to church, eat, go shop. That's what she does in her life.
Yeah. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that, but you maybe don't need as much. What's your sister say about it?
She's like, yeah, Mom got a lot of stuff over there. I was like, well, when y'all gonna help?
Ooh.
Y'all gonna do something. But my sister got about 3-4 jobs like she Jamaica.
Yeah.
So we go to the wake. As we was driving up to the wake, Nyambi and I was talking about these flowers that she had sent, and my mom was like, okay, let's go check and see. So we see these flowers. First thing my mom do is claim these flowers and say, all right. And she's telling everybody, Niram and Nyambi bought these flowers. These flowers coming home with me. Don't let nobody take them. Every time somebody came around, tomorrow, be a flower girl so you can put these flowers in my trunk.
Oh, my God. Jesus.
So that happened. Another thing happened.
Flowers were beautiful.
They were beautiful. But the thing was, is like, Mom, you didn't have to claim them. They wasn't your. Well, y'all paid for it. It came out of y'all household, so I'm just gonna take them. Y'all can't take them on the plane.
We can't.
We can't, Mom. So then, start meeting some of the family members. Met up with my aunt. She's going through some stuff. This is the aunt that primarily took care of my dad, and she's on this whole tangent on this doesn't look like him. Yeah. And she's like pulling up pictures and like going to the people at the funeral home and just be like, this don't look like him. This don't look like him. What the fuck going on? This don't look like him.
I haven't seen many dead people who look like themselves.
Agreed.
And or who actually maybe one, but that then air quote look. I haven't. I just haven't.
So
Have you,
no.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So she kept showing me this picture of him in the hospital and be like, does this look like him?
Did it?
No.
It did. Honestly, I don't know who this man is in this casket.
I don't know.
Ain't my brother.
I don't know who the fuck this is, but this ain't my brother and this damn. Y'all need to do some damn work on him.
Yeah, because the makeup, after you do all the makeup and stuff and adjusting.
And then they bought like this big ass hat and put it on him. And it's like, Auntie, I think it's the hat.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck then bought this goddamn hat and put this fucking hat on him.
Jesus, just take it off. This is me. We can just take it off. It's not a problem. It's not a
Somebody said, how about we pin the hat to him?
Ooh.
Wait a minute.
No,
Pause. We're
like
not going to pin no hat to no dead body.
we're all set.
We're all set. So, that's going on. And then in addition to that, my uncle comes, who's like my dad's brother.
Was that the one I was sitting next to?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I felt like something was going on.
I thought so too, and I didn't want to say anything.
And something was going on. So
Okay.
this uncle kept telling the same two stories.
I know he's going to tell 2 stories, but I was trying to sit down, and he was taking up literally 3 seats and would not scoot over. Till Nero's mom had to be like, move.
Move. Scoot over. Let Nayan be sitting next to Nero.
Because I was going to be like, you know what? I can just sit in the seat right behind
Because they was adamant about like Nayan be sitting next to me.
And the thing is, again, I'm not about power dynamics, so I'm happy and sitting in the chair directly behind you. Mm-hmm. Like, I wasn't in the back of the church, right?
Nah, Nayan be go sit next to Nero.
I was literally in the chair directly behind him with a hand on him, so he could literally feel me.
Sit next to him.
Because I just didn't know how big the family was, right? So if he had brothers and sisters and they had husband and wife, right? I wanted to give them space to sit because I was directly behind you, right? With your mother and your sister. Like, I felt, were you okay with that or you weren't? You did want me next to you.
I was okay with it.
Okay, they weren't. And they is the whole family.
The whole family. So back to the wake. So
Yeah,
my uncle was telling the story about how we was in this fishing trip on this boat and the boat started sinking. And then he goes back to this whole story about how his daughter just moved down to Arizona.
Yeah.
And like back and forth. Like, oh, such and such moved to Arizona. Boy, I remember when y'all was in that boat, you was talking about you was going to die. Well, yeah, such and such is in there. So, boy, I know about that trip when you was in Arizona. You was in that boat, you was about to die. And it was like verbatim.
Yeah.
And I was like, is something wrong with Unc?
Or is it grief? Like, is it grief or what is?
And then I looked at my mom. She's like, that boy done a lot of drugs. So,
wait, your mom charged it to the drug game?
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't drugs, honey.
He done a
Drugs
lot of
ain't telling the same story.
This nigga be talking crazy. And I was like, man, I don't know. I think he got some dementia
I don't
or
think
something.
we do all that. That's what I'm saying because they older now. He ain't did no hard drugs in years.
So, that's going on. In addition to that, my sister, my stepsister on my dad's side, her mom come in there. And, my mom is there too. And, they got some beef because, like, my mom and dad was together
That's
for
about
like
20 years old.
20, they was together for like 25 something years.
And these women are what age bracket?
In their 60s and 70s.
So that was a G, honey.
So,
just fighting at the funeral.
Exactly. So, somehow Pops had another kid when I was 5. My mom and daddy were still together.
Yeah.
But so that baby mama and his daughter came in. She's in a wheelchair because, she's been.
Okay. We don't got to say all that. She got in an accident. Life.
Yes. Life.
Yeah.
She smoked cigarettes. She's living rock style lifestyle. Might not make it.
Yeah.
So, so that's there going on. And, I really don't know how to handle this because I didn't revert it back to
neutrally.
I didn't revert it back to a 10-year-old.
And I'm looking at you like, just say hello.
And I'm
whatever
like,
beef your mom and her mama got don't have nothing to do with y'all. Y'all grown.
I didn't revert it back to a 10-year-old.
Y'all are grown. I had to go up to the girl
with the voices in my head. Don't you tell your mama.
And I'm like, hey sis, how are you?
If your mama asks you where we was at, just tell her we was out.
Oh my God. And I'm like, why don't you just introduce me to this girl?
And so that's going on. And then another baby mama or a possible baby mama came in too.
She was the most interesting of the bunch.
Oh yeah.
She's super young. How young was she when she was with him?
I don't know.
Very young, like 20s.
Yeah.
So I was looking at her now. I said her age ain't adding up.
Yeah.
She was in her 50s now, maybe late 40s. Yeah. And how old was your dad?
We're not going to do all that.
I'm doing the math. I'm doing the Einstein meme.
You doing the Einstein meme. So, that's young, there. And, my mama really got beef with that potential baby mama. Yeah, because
she was probably young and dumb doing stupid shit with him and he taking care of her.
And the reason, because, they supposedly had a daughter, and my mom was like, "That ain't your sister. Yeah. Don't you believe that's your sister?" And my dad is like, "Well, that's your. I want all my kids to know who they is."
Because it's a scholar and a gentleman.
So, but my mom, that ain't your sister. Don't you believe that's it? So,
well, it don't matter. We're all of age. No one's collecting any child support. No one's.
We're there.
Everyone's old.
My mom is looking for the obituaries because she's trying to figure out who is in this. Who did they put down as my daddy's kids? Because my mama is adamant about they shouldn't be who is and who isn't, and who been there,
and it don't matter,
and whatever. So we don't see the obituary until the next day. But from that point on, my mom was like, "That ain't you." We were having a car ride back home. That ain't your sister. They had a paternity test. It came back negative, but your daddy didn't have the guts to tell that girl.
You know what? As Nero keep giving his family business away, I really admire how bold your mom is. Like, I don't know if I could have that conversation with my son.
As I'm giving the family business away.
Like, I don't know, like, if I could explicitly say, like, even if I knew it in my heart, like, I would tell all my friends. And I would like go back until like I text Nia. I'm like, Nia, da da da. Like, but I don't know if I could tell my kids. I'm like, yeah, that's your sister, honey. Is that what your father said? Oh, okay.
Not my mama.
That takes a boldness. That's great, right?
Not my mama. That ain't none of your sister. Don't you claim her as none of your sister.
And Nia told me, what do? I said, if your father claimed that child as his child, that is his child.
So,
like, you just have to move through that. And you can live in two worlds, right? Like, if your mom has this view, she can have that view, and that can be respected. And your father had a view, and that can be respected. Both of those have no impact on the relationship between you and that other person.
And so
that's why Niram cannot see the clear divides in that. Everyone got parents, especially black parents, and know how strong their opinions are. They can be in isolation. They can be in isolation of your own. There's plenty of what my mama, she be saying. I just say, O is neutral. That does not mean I agree or disagree. My mom's like, you did it about that. I'm like,
no, because the thing is, that ain't the thing. Because you see how bold she is to be like, none of your sister. And I'm like, okay. And then be like, where you going? We'll go there next. Then to be like, don't you even go over there.
Oh my God, Niram be making it too much.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you do.
You don't, Nyambi. You ain't experienced sleeping over one of your daddy's mistress houses, and then your mama knock on the door with her
too much business
with the butt of the gun.
Stop, because they can Google news stories.
That ain't make the news.
Back in the day, the news, what's it called? The Fox News chasers weren't chasing that today.
That ain't make the news.
Okay.
So it's just a lot of. I'm gonna have to go to therapy for this. There's a lot of
history, and the way I said your dad was very complicated.
There's a lot of shit.
When we saying all this with one hand, right? But the same hand, we can say how much of an entrepreneur he was, how much he provided for multiple families, right? So you got to live with the good and the bad. Complicated. We all
very.
Are. We all are.
So at that point, I had my CBD vape. I done took me some CBD. Went to a psychologist, got some anti-anxieties. I said, I'm not about to play this shit.
You just floating through the weekend.
I'm not. Yes. I said, I'm not playing with these niggas none this weekend.
I just went the whole weekend really with my mouth open. Get to the fun part.
So we get to the funeral the next day.
Don't say it like that's the fun part, Nero. But go ahead.
Oh, what's the fun part?
When we were playing Love Bath.
Oh, okay.
Where's my phone? Let me find my phone. Go ahead.
So the next day So after that, I picked up Nyambi. So the next day, we go to the funeral. And they wanted me to be in. The family is so adamant about me being in this damn family car that I really didn't want to be in. So we go over aunt's house and figure out what's going on with this family car and things of that sort. So we get there, and as we're like all lining up, like the family, they was trying to like process in. Is that what it's called? Like we march in and shit for the funeral.
Y'all family didn't want to march in. That was really weird.
Yeah, because they was trying to, but like people was late and shit.
Yeah.
And, Nick was on CP time, so they were supposed to march in, but they didn't. And so I'm outside in the corner hitting my vape, just trying to mellow the fuck out because I know it's about to be.
And everybody kept, we're near. I said,
we're near.
I did not ride with him.
We're near.
He was not in my car. I'm responsible for near mama.
I was in the family car.
Yeah.
So I, finally come back in because I'm like, all right. And like, they was like, all right, near. I'm like, they're not marching in. Just come have a seat. So I go to the front row and I look to the left. And all the way at the other side of the row is my brother.
Oh my God.
Who has a T-shirt made that says RIP Pops on it.
With classic 70 pictures.
With pictures.
Like with him with chains.
The thing is, I can't even get it out.
And I told Niram, everyone grieves differently. Niram was like, you see this? I said, everyone has very nice outfits. That's okay. Don't look at it.
After Naomi sat down, I look at her and I say, and I give her a head nod to look to the left. What's going on?
And I'm trying to pass a Kleenex.
What's going on?
Because that's the duty I'm on.
You okay? Yeah. Nigga, look to the left. What? Oh.
I said, that was creative.
Everybody grieves differently, Neil.
Nero would not let people be great.
Why the fuck this nigga got a shirt on like Pops was a drug dealer and he got killed in a drive-by 2 weeks ago?
It was very, we love you. Like, it was very thug life. We love you, Big Papa. And the thing is, not that you can't get a shirt, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It'd be those certain shirts that you be like, yeah, he got caught up. He was caught in the drug game. Your dad was in his 70s. He wasn't in the drug game. He just died due to health complications.
So, this nigga, I'm telling y'all, I wish I could show you a shirt, but that'd be too incriminating. It'd be too incriminating. Yeah. But this nigga had a shirt made.
It may be like after the funeral.
No, during the funeral. It was only him and his girlfriend.
And his whole family, wasn't it?
That had shirts that
How many kids he got?
10. That says RIP Pops. And everybody had a different shirt on.
Different color.
Different colors.
Well, like a different collage of pictures.
Yes. And this nigga had one that was a picture of him in a suit and a picture of my dad in the suit.
And then, y'all know it was the pictures like, that be on the cake at Kroger's. In the picture, like when you get a picture on the cake and you just peel the picture off the cake.
Yeah.
That's how it was for a shirt.
Oh my God.
And I told Niram, like, it's okay. If that's how he want to show, let him do it. Mm-mm. And the thing about it, y'all, how old is your brother? 20 years older than you?
Yeah.
So he in his 40s, 50s doing
50s,
this.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Neil.
50s doing this bullshit.
Everyone grieves different. I don't think it's nothing wrong with getting a shirt made. I'm just not sure if the funeral was the appropriate place, knowing how much your father liked to dress up, right? If we're honoring people's memory and what they like to do, right? From what I got from your father, he wasn't a t-shirt type of dude.
No.
Right? He definitely was a gold chain, 3-piece type of suit type of guy. So I don't know if the funeral was the best place to do that, but everyone grieves differently.
What you talking about? Pops had 2 earrings. He had earrings in both ears before it was even hot.
Yeah.
Before rappers did it.
Yeah.
Because that's how fly he was.
And then the preacher at that funeral was a little rough. Actually, Niram was talking like a lot of big shit about his family, but honestly, I told Niram, this is one of the better funerals I've been to in a while, including my family's. Mm-hmm. Like, he had a handful of things that was like, oh, okay. But honestly, it was put together very well, I think. Like, I really do think it was put together well. It wasn't too long, right? Like, I do think it flowed together really, really nicely. And that's a lot to say about a black funeral. But who was out of pocket was that preacher.
Don't come to my church smoking that weed, being gay.
The preacher was horrible.
What?
The preacher was, like, I really wanted to be like Riley from the Boondocks. Boo.
This nigga was.
And I wanted to go to the cast and get a flower and throw it at the preacher.
This nigga was just toxic black masculinity. Talking about niggas smoking weed. Talking about niggas being gay. Just talking about all types of shit. I think he started talking about transgender and
it was
shit.
just bad.
And it's like, bruh, this is a funeral.
When is that the new trend to use people's funeral to push other objectives?
Yeah.
Right. I thought the funeral, you're supposed to talk about that person and or getting right. Like, I guess
Mm-hmm.
he tied that into getting right with the Lord. But I thought you're supposed to talk about that person and the life they lived. That's what I thought a eulogy is supposed to be. I told y'all we got to get like the whites. The whites don't even have pastors do eulogies. The whites have friends do it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have a motivational speaker do it. If I die,
Oh my god!
If I die in this time, I'm gonna have ET, the hip hop preacher, do my shit. Oh my god. You gotta breathe.
Go ahead and put that paper down. All the motivational speakers will be there. Good evening. Where's the PowerPoint? Where's the PowerPoint clicker?
You gotta want this as bad as you wanna breathe.
Just like Nero. You're right. That might be lit.
Nero wanna breathe right now,
but he can't. His breath gone. But y'all still breathing. What you gonna do with the breath? That would have been better than that trash ass. Like, it made me so upset because y'all know I love the Lord, right? I love the Lord so much. And he just put a bad name just on black Christians, right? Like, that ain't, I wanted to go up there to be like, I wanted to do like a PSA. His expressions are not expressions of all black Christians. If anybody would like an alternate view, I will be having 5-minute conversations in the corner with whoever would like to. To clarify any points that he has made.
Dude was wild. And like, I think this is the point where like the CBD and the
to the point where I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh, Pastor, wrap it up. Yes.
And the
I think I was saying like that out loud. Wrap it up, Pastor.
And the anti-anxieties was like kicking in. And I think I remember like looking at Nyambi and be like, am I having an out-of-body experience?
No, he was bad.
And I was like, baby, whose funeral is this?
Where am I?
Where am I?
Is this a dream? It was all a dream. No, the pastor was bad.
That nigga was crazy.
And I've always think funerals are low-hanging fruit to give inspiration and to give. Like, I think if you ever gonna give a generalized like sermon, a funeral is the place to do it. Instead of this other trash. Don't come to my church.
Don't come to my church.
I won't. Duly noted. Bye. But then you gotta get to the other part.
What
the repasses.
Okay.
First of all, or maybe this wasn't the worst part. That fucking DJ played one too many R. Kelly songs for me. I said he got one more R. Kelly song to play.
So that's the thing about Detroit.
And I'm going to unplug his fucking speakers.
Detroit loves stepping music. Detroit love a good hustle, a good ballroom.
I don't even want to hear the instrumental R. Kelly.
And this nigga just kept playing fucking R. Kelly. He played all the R. Kelly's classics.
No.
And we just sitting in here like, don't this nigga know this R. Kelly's problematic?
Very problematic. And the thing is, one song, maybe I can let it go, right?
But he played like 5, 6 of them.
Yeah.
So we get to the repass. During this time, my brother starts passing out.
That was sweet of him. That was nice of him.
T-shirts with my dad face on there.
That was nice of him.
Other family members.
And I just took them. I said, thank you. I'll take it for Nero. Because Nero just was looking at it. And I said, thank you. That's the words you say, Nero. Nero didn't even say no words.
No, I didn't.
And I said, thank you so much. I almost said his name. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. I'm going to take this.
I should cuss that nigga out.
Why?
Because nigga, what the fuck is, what type of hood nigga shit is this?
Everybody process differently.
Bullshit. Nigga, you in your 50s and you still putting niggas t-shirts? Yes. Putting people's faces on t-shirts?
It's okay.
Fuck out of here.
It's all right.
It ain't okay.
Come on.
Nigga too old for this bullshit.
Next.
Well, what else you got there?
I'm talking about when all that smoking and drinking.
Oh, so you want to get
the repass after the repass. This is what I'm going to say. We walked in the house and this song was playing. Let me see if I can find it.
Put some water in the tub and body rub. Touching.
What is this, y'all? Have y'all heard of this?
Close as can be. I'm touching you. You're touching
This is the repass after the repass.
Take a love bath, baby.
I've never heard that song in my fucking life. And for those who you rare niggas out there who like that song, that is Love Bath by Smokey Robinson. I repeat, Love Bath, LOVEBATH, Bath by Smokey Robinson. So we walked in the house. All we see is smoke in this. I think we might have put it on Instagram because I was so outdone.
So hold up. We got to bag up. Let me build up there. So you remember when I was talking about somebody may not be a relative of mine, but my mom would be like, don't go over there So just so happened that she has the biggest house out of everybody, and that's where all the younger folks is going.
Yeah.
So all the 60 and up go home, everybody going over there. So they looking at me like, Nairn, you coming over blank house because they're gonna have the liquor and some food,
yeah.
and gonna have the after set for the funeral.
And Nairn gonna ask Nyambi.
So I said, baby,
because we had our godson. We had our godson earlier that day. I was like, child, we got to make sure our godson is safe.
I said, baby, you don't want to go? Like,
because I don't believe on being the east side of Detroit after dark, honestly.
And it was on the east side of Detroit.
Deep east.
So I said, you want to go?
You hush, Mabel.
And Mabel's out here barking. It's like, you want to go? And it's like, I don't know. And I was like, well, baby, we're going to go, but you're going to change your clothes. I said, what you mean? I said, you're going to have to be okay with having one part of your clothes smelling like smoke. And I hear Nyambi ask, I don't want none of my clothes to smell like smoke.
And when I'm thinking smoke, I'm thinking weed, right? Like, but I was pleasantly I was surprised.
I said, these niggas chase cigarettes at the weed, and it's going to be like that all day long.
I ain't never seen no shit like this, y'all.
So we go over there after Nyambi changed, and then she hears Love Bath Baby.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that was.
Followed by this.
Oh, shit.
Only the real niggas know this. Only the real niggas know this one.
Lady at the casino.
Y'all feeling the way with the rest of it.
Now.
Go ahead, talk how they talking to you.
Now. Come over here on the stage table. You want some Patron? We got a fifth of Hennessy. You want some Hennessy? Your lady want anything?
I said, no, thank you. I don't drink.
Baby, you smoke weed? We got some weed here.
I got asthma. I can't be in here. I can't. I'm not even supposed to be here.
You don't smoke no weed?
I don't smoke that. No.
You don't want no drink?
I got to be sober in the east side of Detroit.
You want some Patron, baby?
No. Oh, God. No.
This a shot of Patron.
That is the devil's water. No.
You don't like Patron?
I would like some Rock and Ride Faygo.
We got Ciroc.
Rock and Ride Faygo. I would like, look, this is me. I turned into a Southern Belle. I would like soda pop.
So, these niggas is lit. They smoking. They drinking.
I ain't seen folks that age get down like that in a while.
And I was
we were the youngest folks there, and we was the lamest.
And I was trying to get Nyambi's a heads up, like, my brother's generation, these niggas get down. Like, this is how I learned to start drinking and smoking at the age of 15.
Yeah.
They
do get down. They got my family beat on that.
I was drinking, because of these niggas, I was drinking Bacardi 151 at the age of 15.
Yeah, my family, because my family, we splash.
Drinking
people
niggas
might
under
smoke,
the table.
But they know level y'all was at.
So, they drinking, they smoking, they playing spades. Just on some typical nigga grieving shit. They got Patron. They got all the liquors, right? All right, you don't drink Patron, they got Ciroc.
Every variety.
You don't drink Ciroc, they got
Everclear.
Hennessy.
What you want?
They got Hennessy.
We got peach schnapps.
They got all that shit.
Who just drinks peach schnapps on ice? No.
You want wine? We got barefoot.
Yeah. Not barefoot.
So, we playing spades. I'm chopping up with some cousins that's my age. Because the thing is, it's like different generations. So you got the cousins who are like all born in the same age. In like their 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
And they all hung out together and shit. And then you got like the younger generation. So the cousins who are like
20, 30.
They're 20, like
mid-20s.
Mid to late 20s, early 30s. So, we're all together.
It was a couple OGs in there with 60 plus, I said.
Yeah,
and I was surprised because I walked in and I said, oh, madam, do you want all this smoke? And they was getting with the good now, too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, the thing was, I'm sitting with chatting with my cousins. I was like, man, this shit feels so familiar to us be like, oh, okay, these niggas still smoking and drinking, and we just looking at these niggas like these niggas crazy. And it's still the same thing. So I eventually started playing spades.
And left Nyambi where?
Nyambi was sitting on the couch. I said,
drinking Rock and Ride Faygo.
I told Nyambi, why don't you come over here and sit with me and play? No, you go play spades. I said, okay.
I was trying to stay close to the door.
I said, okay.
I was trying to be the parole. Because the liquor was getting thicker and thicker, and the smoke was getting thicker and thicker.
And so next thing I know, I heard people calling cousins names, brothers names, and I look over there. It's like somebody like dragging somebody out the door, and I was like, Naomi, what the fuck happened?
And what I'm saying,
what happened? He went to go see the Lord, baby. What?
I don't know what was wrong. See, this is so I'm an outsider, so I'm an in-law, right? So I try to play a respectful boundary. I try to smile, laugh with everyone, just be really neutral. And when I see things that normally I would see in my family that I would immediately call the police on, I did it out of respect.
What you gonna call the police on?
You'll hear the rest of my story. So I try to have respect, right? Because I'm surrounded by, I'm sitting with, honestly, the whole in-laws, right? I'm sitting like with a lot of the folks who are married to the other folks. So we kind of doing our thing. Old boy next to me, I ain't gonna say his name. He basically watching DirecTV on his cell phone. And I'm basically about to lay on his lap and watch it with him. But the thing is, we were sitting on the couch and there were some folks like in the living room right behind us and they're drinking heavy. I know it's heavy because they had like you said, a fifth of Patron and they no longer were pouring it into cups. They were just pouring it directly into their mouth. So we all know Patron doesn't go well. Like anybody, even if you have a high tolerance of alcohol, you only need about 4 or 5 shots of Patron before something's happening. He was at least 8 in. So I already anticipated foolishness happening, but I was, he older. So I said, oh, he'll go to sleep.
Right. Because he's like 45, 50.
Yeah. I said, oh, he'll go to sleep. That's what he'll do. And the thing is, at first I was worried and I had to check my own privilege because as soon as he walked in, I said, he don't look like he rap type. But that's not right? I shouldn't talk about people's abilities or disabilities, but that is my nigga sense went off. And like, something's not all the way right with him. Right. From the way he walked in, he was extremely loud. He had this weird looking brace on. Right. And I say weird looking brace, meaning that it wasn't on appropriately. Like, do you know, like, I know how a brace is supposed to fit, but his wasn't on right. So I was like, why he even got the brace and ain't on right? But fine, everyone grieves. What we hear, first of all, he's the loudest person in the room. Loud.
Love that, baby.
And every time a song come on, so you see how that energy doesn't match? You see how Johnny Taylor, these last $2 don't match that hollering ass energy? So I knew something was wrong. But then something happened all of a sudden. And he just stood up. And he just started the fucking screaming. As soon as he started screaming, I just stood up.
Why you stand up?
Because I had to just be ready to do whatever move I need to do. Just hollering. And I don't know who was his woman. Was that your cousin?
That was my cousin.
I don't know what is going on. He must be king dingaling or has a lot of disabled checks, right? Or what's it called when you get it from the state? Disability? Social Security? Because she was literally holding this man down and saying, relax, baby, it's okay. And then he started having conversations.
Hey.
You know how like, what's it called? Big Sean say voices in my head say I should do better?
Hey.
He was talking out loud to them.
Y'all niggas.
All of that. And they had to get him out of there. And I said, Niram, it's time to go. He had this whole debacle and they took him outside. And I think at the end of the night, then he gonna come back talking about somebody done stole his cell phone. No, he couldn't find his keys. First of all, you drive. Second of all, we all came here in a car. Why are we trying to steal yours? Third of all, no one wants your 1998 neon. Right? It was just too much. And that's when I knew I had to go. He was literally hollering, y'all. And like I said, I'm not the one to call out when something ain't wrapped tight, but he's not wrapped as tight as he could be. And he just kept hollering. Y'all know how like, it reminded me of, like little baby autistic kids, but them babies, right? Because they don't know how to like articulate like how they're feeling and what they're going. This is a 50 fucking year old man with a whole bitch and a whole child.
Hey.
Drinking a whole fifth of Patron. So I'm sorry. My empathy wasn't there for that nigga. Why is he drinking?
Why is he smoking?
What?
Why are you doing both?
Why he here? Should have left. Where's your caregiver? Literally, sir.
Well, his woman.
Jesus. So that tipped me, and I can't even listen to Johnny Taylor. So imagine, listen to this, y'all. So listen. To the point where everybody kept turning around like, what's wrong with this nigga? And the thing is, no one even knew who he was.
No.
Because I keep asking, who is this nigga?
Who is he?
And finally, folks got drunk enough to be like, who is that nigga?
Right.
And they done said who it was. And they said, why did she bring that crazy nigga?
Why you bring him here?
It was too much. Come on, Nero. But what I do have to say is all the folks who are smoking and drinking in their 50s, when I tell you they look good, how they look young? I thought drugs supposed to age you. We looking old in academia. I think education age you.
It is
I think education and wokeness age you.
It does. Compared to weed smoking. Because you know why. I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
Because in the academic lifestyle, we got to stay up late. There's a lot of stress. We ain't getting no good sleep.
Ain't have no CBD.
No CBD from the medicinal of the week. They smoke a lot of weed, and the thing is like we stay up all night, but we ain't laughing and smiling. We frowning, right? We staring at a computer, and we stay up all night, and then we wake up early because we gotta go back to work and go to class and deal with advisors.
Yeah.
These niggas, they always smiling because they high as hell and they drinking. So they always playing, they playing spades, they drinking, they smiling, they laughing. And when they go to sleep, they sleep through the night. They ain't got to wake up early.
Comfortably.
They sleep real good.
Yeah.
Be laid out and then wake up around 2, 3, 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
And then, do it all over again. Meanwhile, our educated ass staying up all night, same hours, right?
Getting up at 5, trying to work out to extend our life, and ain't working.
Staying up to 3 a.m., working on papers and shit, pulling all-nighters, and then got to wake up the next day, take some damn tests, be all stressful and frowning and shit. These niggas always smiling.
Sure.
What you expect? Yeah, they looking young.
It's something there. But overall, how did Detroit feel to you, Nerums?
Foreign.
Really?
Yeah.
Why you say that?
I don't know. It's just something about... it's just something about me being in Detroit. It kind of reminds me of, we went to go see that thing about the Green Book and how that older lady was like, really didn't want to talk about it, or was like, yeah, this happened, whatever. Because, she experienced so much traumas. And I think that's the same way with me in Detroit. Like, I experienced so much traumas in Detroit. Like, I really don't get excited to go back there because it just reminds me of all the traumas and people I lost and shit I've been through. The times I've been shot at, to the people who I know who got killed, to me being stabbed, and mama knocking on the door with the butt of the gun at daddy's mistress house, like all that shit. Like it just reminds me of like all the shit that had happened and all the shit I had to endure, and it's like I really don't want to be here to endure because it brings up all these feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how it was, like, of me being in Detroit.
Yeah. When you finally got back, how was your travel back and everything?
The travel back was okay. I ended up getting, I don't want to say super sick, but
I meant to tell you to take emergency on your way on the plane.
Yeah, like my throat has been raw. Like I really haven't been coughing and sneezing, but like my throat has been raw the past couple of days. And just trying to like get back and just tired, right? And I know it's a little bit of like jet lag and things of that sort in there, but like just tired, like overly tired than normal. Like I feel like I know I'm about to come down with something and like not really feeling myself. I'm feeling like myself, like being back.
Yeah.
The only thing that brought me a little joy was Mabel, like picking her up.
Oh, how was she when you seen her?
She was like, nigga. That ass was just wagging.
I thought she was going to forget about us.
Like, I'll be all on these. I told you she is a catastrophic thinker. So what if Mabel be playing it and she forgets about us? I said, baby.
Well, she liked the ranch better than our 2-bedroom apartment.
I said, baby, the way dogs are set up, it don't work that way. I said, dogs can remember the smell of their semblance up to 2 years old. You think she gonna forget our smell in 7 days?
I don't know. She can be fickle.
No. She was geeked. She's like, oh, my nigga. I was tired doing all that running and shit.
You think she was tired? Because literally this weekend all we did was relax. Relax, recoup, and just re-energize.
Yeah.
Perfect. But like I said, we just wanted to bring y'all all up to date. I know we're not going to necessarily have a pillow talk today. But I did want to highlight some stuff. So Solange album came out. Thank you for that Afro-futuristic album we needed. Actually, we haven't talked about Afro-futurism, like Afro-futurism.
No, we haven't.
Maybe we should talk about Afro-futurism, right? Because I think it's something that's super, I shouldn't say in style, but I think it's super top of mind in front of everyone's face right now. Because it's been along for a long time, right? You think back to George Clinton, double Dutch folks. It was even when we were growing up as teenagers, like Missy Elliott, Timberland, Aaliyah. I would consider them very Afro, futuristic type stuff. So I'm thankful for Solange. I haven't listened to the album. A lot of you niggas are saying the other one was better. I think the other one just came at the, like, it was just the perfect timing for a seat at the table, right? Like, I think there's nothing she could do that could make that better. Like some shit just bang like that, right? It's almost like, like Stevie Wonder's key and A minor. Is that what it's called?
I think it's A minor.
Like it's certain albums that just drop at the right moment in time. And I think that's just what the seat at the table did. And I don't know what she ever could do to recreate that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like nothing. I didn't even compare the two albums. How?
I listened to it, and I definitely had higher expectations.
Like what? First of all, y'all know Solange ain't giving y'all no boppity dop boop bop.
I'm just saying.
10 songs. First of all, she's giving you some Coltrane realness that all the songs and the interludes run together. I'm sure all the songs last 3 seconds, right? I'm sure it's meant to be listened to at once, not individually.
I had a lot of more expectations. Like, it was still a cool app. Like, after hearing "Seat at the Table," like,
"Seat at the Table" is so sick, though. "Seat at the Table" is a classic.
Like, after hearing that classic, you thinking like, oh, she about to lay some more shit on there. She talking about when she get home. I'm like, all right, what's gonna happen when you get home?
She gonna light that sage and light a candle and sit down.
So, it was still a cool album, but it wasn't. Truthfully, it was a lot more interludes than I was expecting. Truthfully, I needed at least 3 more like full songs.
You wanted like FUBU. And you wanted some cranes in the sky.
Yes.
But those are I shouldn't say fully developed songs. Like, I think those are songs more in the traditional sense, right? When I think of Solange and her music, I throw traditional out the door. When I think of Solange, like, I haven't even listened to her album because I feel like I need a whole hour and a half to listen to it. Like, you just can't listen to 2 songs. Like, I feel like I need to listen to the whole thing back to front. I consider her like more like you know how you do jazz music? Like, you just can't pick a song on jazz, but oh yeah, this song. It's like kind of a whole
You need to, because there's 19 tracks but only 33 minutes, so it goes by fast. And you don't even know like you in the next song until you actually look at it.
Exactly. It's like more of a whole fluid, like I said, it feels like, I don't want to say cleaning up Saturday music. Maybe we can say get mellowing down, give yourself a bath, cleansing your crystals, aligning your chakra music. And that's what I anticipate this to be. I did not anticipate this to be a seat at the table. We probably won't get that for another 10 years.
This is the type of music where you meet somebody at the club afterwards and you invite them to the crib and you just put this on.
You just got to put it on repeat because it's only 30 minutes.
Yeah, you just got to put it on repeat. Y'all been drinking, y'all been smoking. You still got the vibes flowing in your system.
Yeah.
This is what you put on because you don't even know
what
that it's transition to the next song and everything like that.
Yeah, I don't anticipate me having no sing-alongs here. Like, there's no karaoke here, honey. Compared to, I think Sit at the Table had some very... FUBU still bang. Like, that was my Black History Month album. But like I said, I need to listen to it more in depth to get my clear... it's good, right? I just don't think it's our definite... It's not a traditional pop R&B album, right? And it's hard to wrap our mind around that. That's what I think it is. This Neverland docuseries. I ain't watch it yet. We'll watch it sometime this week. Y'all heard earlier in the podcast... I watched the Jacksons and American Dream and listened to all Michael Jackson music in preparation for me taking just a little break, just in case. Just in case. Like, of course, I always got to do my due diligence and my research on all parties, but we'll just be... Michael, if you did it, you did it now. Okay? And if you didn't, you didn't. So can we talk about how good that docuseries is? Can we talk about how that's The American Dream, that's like 4.5 hours long?
Yeah.
It's bomb. With Angela Bassett, Terrence Howard.
It's like the roots of docuseries.
Of the family. That's literally what it is. Like, it was so good. It's still one of my favorite like biopics of a family. And the thing is, they stopped early, right? It's a whole nother chapter. They can have part 2. It's a whole nother 4 hours they can have. Yeah. And what, that came out like 92, 93?
Yeah, that came out a while ago.
Almost, 30-something years ago? And it's still bang. We know the Michael Cohen testimony. We'll have a politically driven episode soon. Because there's so much bullshit. From when he tried to tell us, what was it, Saturday Night Live, when Cohen came out and was like, Trump racist, and everyone kind of looked. And I think on Saturday Night Live, they was like, oh, that didn't have as big as response as I thought. I wonder, like, because we know, sis. Right. Nothing new. Michael Cohen came out naming names.
He did.
Like, from working with lawyers, they be like, just answer the question that was given. He did more than that.
This nigga was naming names.
Like, they was like, do you know the person who did this? He should have just said yes.
Her name is Mabel.
Nyambi, Nearums, all the above. So I do got thoughts. We just need some time to process them out. I don't know what else to talk about. Oh, I did see This Is Us with Beth and Felicia Rashad. It was cute. Beth still be killing me though, with a supportive ass family, and now she want to be, the Black Swan.
Yeah, she trying to be Misty Copeland.
That's cool. Don't get me wrong. Maybe be clear, I don't like Beth. I love Susan, who's the actress of her. Beth, though, exhausting.
I think you got Beth.
What?
Because I think your true calling was probably videography, maybe directing movies and things of that sort.
Why you say that?
You could have been the next, because Nyambi was the queen of home movies.
Oh yeah, when I went home, when I was in Detroit, my mom, like, I busted out this camera, and Nira was like, what? Like, I literally had like 20, 30 tapes of me just videotaping life events of my family.
Nyambi was like the family historian. So
I was.
Nyambi could have been a documentarian
Yeah.
or the next Ava DuVernay. But
Yeah.
her parents was like, nah, nigga, go pursue the
That
big
ain't
doctor.
practical. What Felicia Rashad told her, she came with this thick ass book. You can do anything in this book, but what you
Right.
can't do is dance.
What you can't do is be a ballerina.
Have a good day.
And I think that's what they did to your family did to you.
Did they?
Yes.
Shut up. But Felicia Rashad acted the hell out of it. Susan acted the hell out of Beth. But I think Beth, you have a supportive family and husband. If you want to be a ballerina, be a fucking ballerina. Or teach ballerina. Like, you know what I'm saying? First of all, you have the liquid income. Both you and your husband ain't working a year. Never mind. It's just my poor talking.
T-Pain won the Masked Singer.
I didn't pick that nigga out from the whole thing. I didn't know he was on there. I didn't know he could sing in real life.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, y'all, we're so happy to be back. We're back in our groove. I know Wednesday we had some questions from our last Shout Out Friday a couple weeks ago. We'll be sure to get those answers. We have some hot topics coming up about love, to unpack love a little bit more. Just overall good stuff. So send like questions and topics and anything you would like us to discuss. You want to close us on out, Nero?
Yeah. So as always, to submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot a email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. And to leave a comment about anything we talked about, head on over to that website. And we also got that voicemail. That's at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. Remember,
Love is ever evolving. Peace.
Peace.